ex-chancellor, the one who abused and used the double personality nun, and was arrested and imprisoned. Yeah, he escaped prison. And the female lead's father, who traveled all the way from their country to the enemy country to inform them this, states the most highly suspicious person to have helped him get released from prison was the princess's mother, who was the ex-Empress Dangran, who, retired as Empress Dangran to take a position in the church, a position she originally had before she married the former emperor. Yes, they're all suspicious that she was the one to release the man, and he warns the main character and the female lead to be careful. The female lead's father informs them that there's going to be attempts on the Pope's life, and also the fact that maybe one of these people is the princess's mother, because she's already trying to take the position from the Pope by giving it to her daughter, the princess. Yes, it seems like she's plotting to make her own daughter the Pope. I'm surprised when the princess's mother shows up. She tries backtracking everything the female lead's father stated. She's trying to act like she is the victim of vicious rumors, that she actually wants the good and best for the Pope. She wants the Pope to survive. She's going to protect the Pope because somehow, some reason, she was made of head security, even though there is very much the ideas that she was involved in the escape of the ex-chancellor and is probably involved in the attempts at the Pope's life, but yet she was the made head of security. I don't get that. But she assigns the main character, the female lead, to the team, and then she tells the main character to play double to the Pope because she and the Pope are identical to each other. You can see it here. They look very much like each other, a carbon copy of each other. And because in this world, children are spirits, because remember, the original host was adopted by her parents and didn't know who her parents were. She was just found randomly roaming their town and they took her in. So yes, there's common thing for children to be born to look exactly like Rey, and they're usually taken in by the church because they're seen as children of the spirit. Yes. And this is the Pope. She is the same as the main character. The second archdemon shows up and tries attacking the Pope when the Pope is traveling to the enemy country, and so the main character has to go rescue her, and the main character is able to save her life. And the Pope was actually just needing a little bit of time to use her magic because it takes forever to use her healing magic. And once she's able to use it, it's very powerful and very potent. So anyone who gets affected by her magic very much can be saved and their power level go high. So you're able to basically send the demon away and send the demon go bye-bye. She just needs someone to come help her people and guard her people until she could use her magic because her people were getting weakened. Well disguised as the Pope, the food tester attacks the main character with a rosary, and the main character was able to defend herself and knock out the food tester. And the princess's mother shows up and, she's like, oh, this person tries to harm you. We should take them to be imprisoned or we should have them executed. And obviously the main character is not going to let this happen. She wants to actually question this person, not let any actual harm come to this person, because it's really suspicious that the food tester, who went from being an idolizing fan craze person for the Pope, would kill the Pope just in matters of seconds. So she wants to question it. And it's so obvious that this person has been basically brainwashed and controlled into harming the Pope, the main character. So yeah. And it's so obvious the princess's mother was involved because she wanted to get rid of her so quickly, so easily, without actually making an investigation done. The reason why the Pope gone to the enemy country is because the Pope wanted to have peace talks done to prevent the war from coming. She had already talked with the king, who was the first prince. Now she's at the enemy country to talk peace talks with the enemy country's empress, and then she will go and move to the other two countries and have the same talk with them, trying to do everything in her power to prevent this war. Well, the main character is still disguised as the Pope during this discussion. And the Enemy Country's Empress already figured this out. She also figured out who was the person who controlled and manipulated the food tester into trying to kill the main character. And the main character also already figured out that it was the princess's mother. And she's working with the ex-chancellor. And she had been trying to bring the third archdemon into the meeting room. But the enemy country's queen prevented that, but wasn't able to prevent the ex-chancellor for sneaking the third archdemon in there. And the third archdemon's job was to kill the main character because the princess's mother thought the main character ruined the chances for her daughter to become king because she turned her daughter back into a daughter and not a son, and then wanted to get rid of the enemy country's queen, empress, and then wanted to get rid of the pope so she could make her daughter the pope. Yes, it's a mess. She wanted to get rid of all three of these people for specific reasons. But yes, they're able to stop her. And we also find out that this third archdemon, when he sees the female lead, wanted to kill the female lead, which makes my theory even more sound because, again, remember, the first archdemon wanted to get rid of the female lead. The third archdemon goes, I will kill you after I get rid of the pope. He outright states this to the female lead. And the main character has to do everything she can to protect her wife. The princess gets injured, which freaks out her mother. She's like, we had a deal. You promised not to harm my daughter. And he's like, well, I promised, but doesn't mean I'm going to keep it in a way. Like, he does hurt her, but he promises not to really kill her kind of situation. But yes, they're able to send him away thanks to the enemy country's queen. Girl was a boss. She's a full-on mommy. We know if they finally do continue to animate this, everyone's going to be thirsting for the enemy country's queen. We all know I'm already thirsting for her. Watching her fight, reading her fighting had me thirsting. But the princess's mother, she dies actually trying to protect her daughter because when the archdemon escaped or died, I wasn't sure which one it was, he released something that would have destroyed everything around them. And it's thanks to the double personality nun, the enemy country's queen, and the main character that people didn't actually get really hurt. And the princess's mother dies trying to protect the princess. So the best friend and the princess, they argue twice in this. And they kind of make a switch during this argument. So the first argument, the best friend was on the side, we should trust and believe in your mom because I want your happiness and your mom is involved in your happiness, even though she's the reason why we're being kept apart. I don't get her reasonings. I don't know why she was so pushy about getting the princess to be a better relationship with her mom. And the princess was on the whole, I hate my mom, I distrust my mom. And then after her mom dies, they make a switch. She absolutely despised and hates the princess's mom, and the princess wished she worked better on her relationship with her mom. And maybe she could have changed her mom if her mom, if she had a better relationship or a better understanding of her mother. And just makes me frustrated, okay? I was just frustrated reading both arguments. I get it, they were arguing over their love, and she even confesses to the best friend, and they finally actually officially get together. But their arguments was so pointless and annoying. Like, why? Why? You guys can tell me I'm wrong, and I'm understandable about that, but their arguments were just so frustrating.